Hello everyone. Today we are going to start the lessons of our third term. Yes, the lesson 14. 14th lesson, heat and temperature. Okay, in this lesson we are going to discuss about what is heat and what is the temperature and how to measure the temperature and about thermometers and what are the temperature scales, how to use thermometers correctly and the heat transfer systems and the other things. Okay, think about this. Think about the daytime. In the daytime, what can you feel in the environment? In the daytime, we can feel warmth. Then think about the night time. In the night time, we can feel coldness. So warmness and coldness. So these are the two sensations that we can feel. Okay, to find more about warmness and coldness, we can do activity 14.1. Here we have to take same size 2 beakers. These are the same sized 2 beakers. Then to first one we have to put lukewarm water. Lukewarm water, that means Mada Unusum Jala. Then to second one we have to put cold water. We have to put same amount of water we have to put to both beakers. Then dip your both hands into the water. One hand in lukewarm water and the other hand in cold water. Then what can you feel? You can feel the differences. Differences of lukewarm water and cold water. Here in lukewarm water you can feel warmness. And the other beaker in cold water you can feel cool. Okay. How can we make lukewarm water? We have to heat the water to take lukewarm water. We have to heat the water using a kettle or using a hearth or a burner. We have to heat the water. Then we can take lukewarm water. So here water was warmed by receiving thermal energy or heat energy. Here to take lukewarm water we have to heat the water. That means water was warmed by receiving thermal energy. Temperature. What's the temperature? The measurement of warmness or coldness of a substance. It can be warmness or coldness. So we have to measure. We have to take a measurement. The measurement of warmness or coldness. We call it as the temperature. The temperature of a substance decreases or a substance cools because losing heat from that substance. When losing heat, the temperature of a substance decreases. Okay, think about this one. This is a heated stone. This is a stone, it is heated one, hot one. So, when we touch it, what will happen? We feel warmness. We feel to our finger, we feel warmness. So, what is the reason for that? The reason is the heat of this stone transferred to our hand. When we touch it, we feel warmness. The heat of this stone transfers to our hand. So this is ice cube. What will happen when you touch this ice cube? We feel cool. So what is the reason? Here what is happening? The heat in our hand transfer to ice cubes. Heat in our hand transfer to ice cube. Then we can feel cold. The temperature of our hand reduce because this is cold one. Our hand is warm one. So the heat in our hand transfers to the ice cube. Then we can feel cold. Okay. Here for the activity we need 2 beakers. Here 2 beakers. Then 2 glass bottles with rubber stoppers. 2 glass bottles with rubber stoppers. Then you have to fill these glass bottles with colored water. Here they have used red color. Okay. Then you have to take tubes. Empty tubes of pens. There are empty tubes in ballpoint pens. You have to take 2 of those. Then fix these tubes into the glass bottles through the rubber stoppers. Okay. Now what to do? Now you have to fill 1 beaker with warm water, then another beaker with cold water. Then keep the 2 glass bottles with these 2 beakers. Then clearly observe what happens. Okay, what will happen? You have to observe, you have to do this practical. Here you can observe in the first beaker. First beaker, we filled it with warm water, hot water. Okay, we can see here the water level of the tube is increasing. Water level increasing in the tube. So here in the second glass bottle we can see the decreases of the colored water level. Decreasing. The water level of in the tube, it is decreasing. Here increasing, here decreasing. So what is the meaning of these observations? Here what will happen? We have used warm water, hot water. So because of this hot water, the colored water in the glass bottle will be heating. So because of the heat, the volume of the water will increase. The volume of the water increases because of the heat. Here, volume of the water decreases because of the coldness. Because of the coldness, volume of the liquid decreases. Here increases, here decreases. So, increase the volume of a liquid by gaining heat. We called it as expansion of a liquid. Expansion of liquid. Expand. Increase the volume of a liquid by gaining heat. So, the property of expansion of a liquid used for making thermometers. Now we are going to discuss about thermometers. So what is the use of thermometers? We are using thermometers for measuring the temperature. Okay. What is the property that using in making thermometers? We have discussed earlier this one. What is the property? The property of expansion in liquid. Expansion of liquid is the property of making thermometer. Do you know how to calibrate a thermometer? Here in this practical, we are going to discuss how to calibrate a thermometer. A simple thermometer. Okay. What are things we need? We need a glass of bottle with rubber stopper as previous practical. Then fill this glass bottle with colored water. Then you have to take an empty tube of ballpoint pen and fix that tube like this one. Then you have to paste a paper strip here. You have to paste a paper strip like this one. Okay. Now you have to dip this colored glass bottle with a beaker filled with water. Then slowly we have to heat this beaker. Okay? And take a thermometer. Take a thermometer and dip in water as the figure. You have to take a stand for this one. Okay, now what will happen? Here we are heating the water. Because of the heating, the water column of colored water will go up because of the heating. Because the temperature is increasing here. The thermometer, we can see column of the thermometer also goes up. Then you can mark the position of upper end of the water column. Here you can mark this. This is the upper end of the water column. Here you can mark this. In the same time, you can find the temperature of this position. Here we can tell it is 40. So you can write. This is 40. You can write in the strip, okay? The position and also the temperature. Likewise, we can take some positions and temperatures. 45, 50. Likewise, we can take several temperatures. So, you can make a simple scale in the paper strip. You can make a simple scale. Okay, so now you have made a water bottle thermometer. We have made water bottle thermometer. So this water bottle thermometer can be used to measure unknown temperatures in a short range. But we cannot take an accurate value. We can get an approximate value of temperature. Okay, you can write. Do you know what are the liquids used in thermometers? In thermometers, there is a bulb. So, in the bulb, there is a liquid. What are the liquids used for these thermometers? Mostly, mercury is used as the liquid of thermometers. Mostly, mercury is used in most thermometers. In addition to that, so when using alcohol, the colored alcohol is used as the liquid because for clear observation. Otherwise, we cannot observe clearly when we are using uncolored alcohol. So, we have to use colored alcohol when we are using alcohol as a liquid of thermometer. Scales of thermometers. Scales. There are several types of scales used in measuring temperature. Celsius scale. You know the Celsius scale. The unit is capital C and we have to put some point here. Then Fahrenheit scale. The unit is capital F and the point here. Then Kelvin scale, only capital K. Unit is capital K. Kelvin scale. Kelvin scale is the international standard unit of measuring temperature. So you have to remember that one. Kelvin scale. And look at this table. In this table, they have mentioned the equivalence between principal temperature scales. There are some principal temperature scales like boiling point of water, freezing point of water, and mean temperature of human body. So, in Celsius, in Fahrenheit and in Kelvin scale. So, you know the Celsius scale. Boiling point of water, it is 100. Celsius 100. 100 in Celsius. Then freezing point 0. Then our body temperature, nearly it is 36.9, nearly 37. Then in Fahrenheit, what is the boiling point? It is 212. And freezing point And our body temperature, it is 94. Come to the Kelvin scale. Boiling point is 373. Freezing point 273. Body temperature 309. So you should know temperature scales of these points. Boiling point, freezing point and our body temperature.